Hey guys, hey, I haven't seen you guys in a while and I decided that I was going to go see a movie. I had another movie in mind, I can't even remember what it was right now, but obviously it got pushed out because when I was looking at the app to see what time the movie was going to play, I saw that Jordan Peele has a new movie coming out. It's called Us. Now, I know I've never made a video review for it, but I'm pretty sure you guys, anybody that's watching has already heard my opinion about Get Out. Jordan Peele was responsible for the movie Get Out, and it got all kinds of accolades for this movie. A lot of people loved that movie. Not so much me. I mean, it was an okay movie until I found out the part where they're like, it was basically about this family that was luring black guys into their household and then lopping out the top of their head, scooping out their brains and putting new brains in them so other people could use the bodies. What? That was kind of stupid, but it did have good parts. I especially liked the end of it when his friend saves him, and he's like, "My God, you did save me!" And he's like, "I'm TSA, motherfucker. That's what I do. I save people." Hey, that was cool, man. And not only that, but Jordan Peele's made quite a name for himself recently. I know he's been he produced a couple of the documentaries that are coming out right now, and he is the showrunner for the new Twilight Zone television show that's coming to CBS All Access, or if you don't live in the United States, Netflix, whatever. We got that coming, but I don't know. Like I said, I didn't like Get Out as much as I was hoping to, but I'm still intrigued to find out if he can continue to bring out quality product. So I'm going to go ahead and see Us, and I'll tell you what I got think about that in just a few seconds. All right, I'll talk to you guys in just a few seconds. Goodbye! Hey guys, I just got done watching a movie, and I really don't want to spoil anything, and I think it would be really easy for me to spoil stuff, so instead of reviewing this movie, Us, what I'm going to do is I'm going to review Get Out, and you'll get the reason why I'm doing this a little later on. Basically, Get Out starts with a guy and his girl going to meet her family, and he's all frightened because he's black and she's white, and he thinks that they're going to be weird around that. And in the beginning of the movie, it seemed like that was the case, because we had like some kind of dinner where they all sat down kind of Manson family style and just creeped on him, and it was weird, and it had a really cool vibe to it where it was building up a mystery, and it was becoming suspenseful because we didn't know what was exactly going on, but we knew something was going on. Dad was being weird, Junior was being really creepy weird, and the girl was still flirting with him in front of her parents. That was creepy weird. And Mom seemed to be normal, but at least out of the whole bunch, but she was even being creepy weird. And then about halfway through the film, we find out that he gets hypnotized, and like his memories and his self get pushed back into his the back of his brain, and essentially leaving his empty empty. So we find out that Dad is a brain surgeon, and what he can do, he found out a method where he can take part of somebody else's brain and implant it into his brain, and then let their consciences take over the rest of the brain, and let them control this other person's body. And throughout the movie, you find out that this has been going on over and over again, where this like small knit community were luring in black guys and slowly taking over and possessing their bodies. They were trading in their old broken bodies for these young guys, or girl for that matter, just taking their youth away from them, and that henceforth the horror part of that story. Now, when I watched this movie originally, I thought the build-up was really great. Again, I think it was misdirect where he made the boyfriend black and the girl white, and so in my mind, at least, I was thinking all this time it's going to be a movie about the inequalities of race, and when those creepy things start happening, I'm like thinking to myself, it still has something to do with that. So when finally the second shoe dropped, we found out what was really happening. We found out it wasn't about race. We're like, oh, that makes sense. I really like that buildup. But when I found out he was basically using the melon ball to scrape out part of the brain and put it in somebody else's head and letting them take over that body, I cut out at that point. I'm sorry, but it just. I thought it was stupid. A lot of people really loved that film, and they thought it was really cool. I did not. I like I said, I was on board all the way up until that point, and then everything that happened after that was kind of invalidated for me, and I just didn't like it. I did like his friend. I thought his friend made a really good character, and I liked the end because of, like I said before in my intro, he shows up and he's like, "Hey, I'm TSA, baby. We take care of things here." And I thought that was a good character, but as far as the situation goes, I thought it was goofy and stupid, and I didn't like it. So that's basically what I'm saying about this film. Now, here's the thing about this film is we're introduced to the movie starts off in a kind of like a flashback where this young lady is enjoying a night with her family at this park at the end of the pier. Like it was kind of like a carnival kind of a thing, like a rinky-dinky Ferris wheel and the small roller coaster and stuff like that. And they have a bunch of carnival games around. In fact, Dad wins her a T-shirt in this one of the carnival games. And then she wanders off on her own and goes into this fun house and proceeds to seemingly meet her doppelganger. So we flash forward to present day in a span of 30 years, I think. It happened in the 80s, so now 40 years, 30 years, something like that. Woman's all grown up, she's got her own family, and all of a sudden the whole world is attacked by their own version, the kind of real version of Bizarros. Everybody has their own Bizarro, and again, I'm probably giving away too much of the plot here, but I loved the build-up of this movie. I liked where the slow, very dark presence he had about the movie. It's built suspense, and all the way throughout this movie, it had some really good moments to it, where it had some really good horror visuals, situations. He handles himself really well as far as direction goes. This movie looked good. Even some of the acting was really good and complemented the atmosphere of this movie. The plot is where his movies fail. I did not enjoy the plot of this movie at all. I thought it was kind of... He didn't explain anything. He didn't explain a damn thing. It was a really bizarre premise, and all the way throughout the film, we're waiting to learn why this is happening, and we never do. We got a small explanation at the very end, and it was kind of childish and vague, very vague, and it just didn't make sense. Just like Get Out. I was with this movie all the way up until we finally find out, is that what's happening? And he gave us that vague explanation, and I'm like, check please. I'm out of here. Let me go. I didn't like it. So just to wrap up everything, I think Jordan Peele is a great director. I think he'd make a great director. He wrote and directed and produced this film. And this film, to me, seemed like it could have very well have been a pilot for his new Twilight Zone episode, and I think it would have worked better as that because we were expecting a smaller story. But from a movie, I want something more. I want something that makes a little more sense, and this movie simply did not deliver. I'm gonna give this a movie a big old 60%. I didn't enjoy it all that much, guys. The things I did enjoy about it, the things that were right about this movie, were I liked the characters. I really liked the characters. I liked Dad. I liked the daughter and the brother, and I really liked Mom. I think they were very likable characters, and you were given really good reasons to root for them and hope that they make it to the very end. But the whole situation itself didn't work for me at all. I did not like the plot, and therefore, again, a 60% is what it's going to get. All right, so that's it, guys. I'm sorry to give you such a bad review for something that probably is going to be well received. It just seems like that. It seems like something that maybe a dumb guy like me can't understand all that well is better received in the general public, but I can't see my way around this. I can't see anything Yep, I can't do it. All right, so that's it. The next movie that I'm probably going to go see, I cheated and went to see this movie. I kind of wanted to see a movie, but the next one up, well, here, I keep on saying that Endgame is going to be the next movie I review. It's probably not going to be the case. There are movies that are coming out before then. Shazam comes to mind. I'm definitely going to go see that. I'm probably going to definitely see it in the very first opening week. So expect to see me then. But other than that, hey, this is Scott. Hey, I'm going to wish you guys peace. Montane. I will see you guys later, and goodbye.